Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our SwiftUI tutorial series, and in this particular tutorial we are going to be taking a look at how we can use the navigation split view in SwiftUI. Now, what is navigation split view? Well, navigation split view is another navigation mechanism alongside tab view, navigation stack, and navigation view. And so navigation split view allows you to have a sidebar, a detail, and a content pane. If you want 3 columns, that is. It's very rare to want a 3-column layout, but it is possible, right? So I would generally recommend staying away from a 3-column layout, for the simple fact that on iPadOS it looks weird and behaves weird. It's just not great. It really isn't all that great. So I would just stick with 2 columns if you absolutely can. But if you absolutely can't, just keep some of those shortcomings in mind. All right. So. Oh, excuse me. To start with, I have a navigation stack with a list of contacts that's randomly generated, and it's all in a navigation stack. But we're gonna switch that out for a navigation split view. So let's go ahead and go into Xcode and figure out how exactly it is that we create a navigation split view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go above our navigation stack and kind of start this up here. So we'll say navigation split view, and we get a few initializers. We can get column visibility, all that kind of stuff. But what we want is sidebar and detail. So we want sidebar and detail, but you can also do the sidebar, content, and detail, where sidebar is the leftmost column, content is the center column, and the detail is the furthest right column. But we're going to have a sidebar and detail view here. So the sidebar is going to be a closure. And this closure is going to take in a view. So what we'll do here is we'll take this list we'll copy, or rather we'll cut that out here. And then all right. And so we'll copy all of that. We'll get rid of our navigation stack. All right. And then in here, we'll plop that in. And now we have our sidebar. So sidebars are generally just a list, and we typically want to style them with the sidebar list style. So you can see why I covered the sidebar translucent lists on macOS before NavigationSplitView, because it's vital for making this look right on all platforms. Next, we want our detail view. And what this will essentially do is, right now it's not really doing much, but we want some kind of placeholder. So we'll say text, nothing to show right now. Please select a contact to view their information. All right. And then we'll say foreground style dot secondary, like that. And we'll just kind of leave it as is here. All right. So what we'll do now is we will go ahead and bring we'll have the contact cell be a navigation link. So here it'll be navigation link with a destination of our it'll just be a form with we'll have this be text for the name, we'll put that in an H stack here. We'll have a spacer to give it as much space between these two text views as possible. And we'll say contact dot first name contact dot middle initial and contact dot last name. And then we'll close off that stack there. And again, we'll have another H stack where we're going to have a text, which will be favorite color. We'll have a spacer. And then we'll have a rounded rectangle. We want the corner radius. And the corner radius, let's say, is 10. and we set the frame of this to a width of 50 and a height of 50. All right. All right, so we have a bit of an error here, so let's take a quick look and fix those here. All right. Okay. Okay. And so we have yet another issue here. Ah, okay. Okay, now and then here we'll have a label which will be the contact cell. And then we'll give it its contact, like that. All right, so there we go. We should be okay now. Let's go ahead and save this and run our code. Okay, we have a build failure. What is this build failure about? Okay. I see. So I'm going to remove my watchOS target. Okay. Yes, I would like to do that. Okay. And so now I can get rid of this. Move to trash. Okay, now let's run our code here. There we go, build succeeded. So here is our application. We can see that we have our text there. So nothing to show right now. Please select a contact to view their information. Let's go into the sidebar here. And you can see we get all of their information, including what their favorite color is. And we get kind of that rounded rectangle and all that kind of stuff. All right. So that is how we can utilize our navigation split view in SwiftUI. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.